All right, you rebels, gather round. We're diving deep today into uh, wedding planning,
Mm.
which, let's face it, can sometimes feel like pure hell.
Right. But we're looking at a specific crew today, Dreamcatcher Weddings, out in Colorado.
Exactly. Their whole deal is authentic celebrations for, well, badass couples. And they actually seem to give a damn about the planet, too.
Okay, giving a damn. I like that. Their mission, it mentions capturing love stories, authentic celebrations, and this community part,
Mm.
cherishing the planet. It's kind of got both sides.
Yes, romance and responsibility. And they're clearly aiming for, big dreamers, mountain lovers, believers in magic. So
Yeah.
definitely not your standard cookie cutter crowd.
Allergic to cookie cutter. I think that's the vibe.
Totally. So our mission, people, is to figure out what this whole no bullshit wedding planning thing actually looks like, and maybe snag some practical advice for anyone planning something, real, not robotic.
Okay, so cutting through the Pinterest fantasy to the actual substance, what makes them different
Mhm.
besides nice photos?
Well, first off, they really push their team. They talk about 8 and counting. Remarkable humans who genuinely love the wedding scene. That sounds intentional.
Yeah, not just some randoms they hired last week, people who are actually into it.
Right. And they talk about this hardcore personal connection, like
Huh.
making you feel at home, hugs at the end of the night, ending up as legit friends.
Whoa, okay. That's a bold claim in an industry that can feel super transactional sometimes. You pay, you get a service, ending as
I
friends.
know, right? But think about how many horror stories you hear. Planners ghosting after the check clears.
Oh God, too damn many. So if they actually deliver on that connection, that's huge. It's about support, not just logistics.
And get this, they actually call themselves a badass and passionate team. They're promised to be real as fuck, and there's no fluffy, sensitive talk. I mean,
Oh, okay, real as fuck. That definitely sets a tone.
I'm kind of sold already. It just screams honesty. How often do you get that in the wedding world?
It's rare, yeah. But it also sets an expectation, right? Like if you want someone to just tell you everything's perfect all the time, maybe that's not them.
Probably not. But if you want directness, solutions, maybe that's your crew.
But is badass just, marketing? Or do they actually do badass things?
Okay, let's look at what they do. Their main thing is full service design, planning, and coordination. They call it the Dreamer Package.
The Dreamer package fits the brand.
Seems like they handle the whole shebang, not just day of coordination. And they mention other things, like consulting. So, options?
Full service, though, what does that really mean? Is it just a label or is there actual depth there?
Okay, good point. But here's where I think they back it up. Sustainability. Remember that mission statement?
Yeah.
Cherishing our sacred planet.
Right, the responsibility part.
And they're not just saying it. They have blog posts like top 10 sustainable wedding florists of Colorado and another one on sustainable wedding shower and back party ideas.
See, that's tangible. That's giving people actual resources, not just buzzwords.
Exactly. It shows they're actually thinking about it, providing solutions
Mm.
for couples who care about that stuff,
Mhm.
which, let's be honest, is a lot of modern couples.
For sure. For many, it's not just a nice to have, it's like a core value. It ties into that breaking tradition thing, too, probably.
Totally. The kind of people who aren't afraid to break tradition likely care about the ethics, the impact.
Makes sense.
And then you get Jeff and Travis, actual clients. They said buying the Dreamer package was, without a doubt, the best money we spent for the wedding. Boom.
Okay, that's strong. A direct quote about the value of their main package. That's solid social proof.
Damn right it is. It backs up the promises.
True, though, one glowing review,
Yeah.
it's great, but you always want to see a pattern. Still, a very good sign.
Definitely a good sign. And speaking of breaking rules, they have a blog post called Wedding Budgeting, Intention Setting, and Breaking the Rules.
There it is again, breaking the rules.
It's like their whole philosophy in a title. It's all about being intentional, right?
Yeah.
And dishing the stuff that doesn't fit you.
Which is appealing, that idea of really questioning why you're doing certain things instead of just following the script. But breaking rules without a plan can just be chaos, right? Are they guiding people on how to do it?
Good question. Based on the overall vibe, I'd guess they guide you through it, not just tell you to tear everything down. So, like, the bottom line here seems to be,
We're not just planners, maybe. More like partners.
yeah, selling a partnership with a team that seems genuinely invested,
Yeah.
creating authentic, sustainable weddings for couples who, walk their own path, that focus on the team, the real talk. It feels different, refreshing, even in an industry full of,
Oh,
well,
yes.
exactly.
Yes. And that honesty, that willingness to ditch tradition, it probably clicks with a very specific type of couple, the ones who see the wedding as part of their actual life, not just a show for relatives.
Totally. All right, listen up, you renegade romantics. Here's something to chew on.
Huh.
If you're planning a wedding that is 100% you and you want to tread lightly on the planet, how crucial is it really to find planners who not only get it, but who aren't afraid to drop some truth bombs, even the uncomfortable ones?
Hmm. Like, what kind of no fluffy sensitive talk do you actually need to hear when you're deep in the planning chaos? What truths are essential for crafting your own unforgettable, non-traditional day?
Think about it. And until the next deep dive, stay real, people.